Good day everyone and welcome to Slosh Mining. In one of our previous videos we unboxed a Palit GTX 1660 Super. This graphics card does come with a 3-year warranty and they are selling for 6,699 Rand. Reason we bought one of these cards was that the 3060 Ti's and 3080s are all out of stock and overpriced if they are. And we do have a Asus Strix 1660 Super and it hashes about 30 mega hash at about 90 watts. We're hoping to get about 30 mega hash per second out of the specific card at about 90 watts, so overclocked and undervolted. If we look at what to mine, just to see what this card can hash at, we should be able to get 30 mega hash at 90 watts. And we are using about 20 cents USD per kilowatt for electricity. Let's see what this card makes per day. Before we continue, Ethereum is trading at $1,516, Bitcoin's trading at $48,288, and Ethereum Classic is at $10.70. So we've got 30 mega hash at 90 watts. We're looking at about $1.98 after electricity. So if we take 6,699 Rand, that works out to about $447, which is quite a bit for a 1660 Super. These cards usually sell for about $300, so we're looking at about 50% increase in price. The main thing about buying graphics cards for mining is how long does it take to ROI? How long does it actually take to make your money back on the investment that you made? What we do know is that this card generates about $1.98 per day after electricity. So we're going to take 447 divide by 1.98, and it will take about 225, almost 226 days to ROI. Looking at the specs more in detail of the specific graphics card, we can see that it has Hynix memory, DDR6, and I'm not sure how well it overclocks, but we're going to see what we can get out of this card. We're going to be mining Ethereum with NBminer, so that we can see what our hash rate is, our power consumption on stock settings, and our efficiency is. So let's run NBminer and see what our card runs at. So we're using stock settings. It's that one. And the Palit card is ID number 4. So that specific card over there. It's busy building the DAG file. And we are getting about 20 mega hash per second. Now we do have two other cards, the MSI and the Asus, and we can see that they're running at 26 mega hash per second. So 20 mega hash is quite low for stock settings. Let's just run it for a few seconds. See if it increases, but I don't think it will. 20.82 mega hash per second. Okay, it's using 100 watts. And our efficiency is just over 200. Compared to the other two, the MSI and the Asus, it's actually the worst card that we've got. So let's try overclocking this graphics card and see what mega hash we get out of the card and our power consumption. We're going to start with dropping our power consumption to about 65 power limit. Is running a bit hot, so let's just increase our fan speed just to keep it a bit cool. Okay, and off the bat we can see that we're using about 81 watts for this specific card. Our efficiency is as good as the Asus Strix card, but we're still only getting about 20 mega hash per second. So let's try and increase the memory. And we probably need to first close the miner, do the settings change, and start the miner again. But let's just see what we get. So I'm going to go for 500 on the memory and see what it does to our hash rate. should we increase our memory clock a little higher? So let's try 850. The card is finding shares, but at that hash rate it's not really worth running the card. We worked out our profitability on 30 megahash and not 23.4, just under 24 megahash. And I know this card's and I know that the 1660 supers are capable of 30 megahash per second. So we're either going to have to send the card back or try and figure out what's wrong with it. Increasing the memory didn't do much. Well, let's try 1000 and see what it does. Oh, that mega hash definitely is not budging any further than that. Okay. I guess I'm going to leave it as is and see if I can come up with another plan for this hash rate. Welcome back, everyone. Since the last time we ran this card, we were getting just under 24 megahash per second, and some of my viewers advised that on some of their cards, they did something that shouldn't be possible. So we're going to try it on our card and see if it increases our hash rate. So what they did was, instead of increasing the memory clock, we're going to decrease it all the way down. So let's just close our miner. Let's decrease our memory clock to minus 502. And if we start up our miner, let's see what our hash rate is on the specific card. Will we hit 30 megahash per second? Just remember that the Palit GTX 1660 Super is the fourth device, or the fifth device if you're actually looking at it from zero. So number 4 is our Palit GTX 1660 Super. It's just busy building the DAG file. No hash rate as yet. No power consumption. No efficiency. Okay, we just restarted the PC. We're going to set the overclocks and undervolts. So the power limit is at 65% power limit. We're going to drop the core clock all the way down to minus 502. And the memory clock we're going to decrease as well instead of increasing to minus 502 on the memory as well. I'm going to push the fan speed up to 100. We're going to run the miner and see what hash rate we get. Busy building the DAG files for all the cards. And boom, 31 mega hash per second, which is quite strange because we're decreasing our memory clock, decreased our core clock, and we're getting higher hash rates than the other cards. So 31.6 mega hash per second. Our efficiency is at 390 kilo hash per watt, and we're only using about 81 watts for our power consumption. This is really good. 31.6 mega hash per second on a GTX 1660 Super, running at 81 watts with an efficiency of 391. And we didn't have to overclock anything. We underclocked our core, we underclocked our memory, and we're getting the best hash rate from the 1060 so far. So just remember, we started on 20 mega hash per second at stock settings, and we increased our hash rate by almost 12 mega hash per second. This is the first graphics card where I need to decrease the core and memory and get really good hash rates out of it. I'm hoping that if you have GTX 1660 Supers and it's not performing that well, try decreasing the memory to its lowest and see what hash rates you actually get.
3, 2, 1.
I'm actually happy with this Palit GTX 1660 Super, which was the cheapest of the three, and it is mining great. If you're looking at the mega hash for the other cards, they are all on stock settings. The MSI and the Asus 1660 Supers, they're all at stock settings. So don't worry about the hash rate. I will increase the hash rate and show you in a later video. But just to compare what this palette is capable of, and it's actually a good mining graphics card. I hope you found this video helpful and insightful. I'm sure you will come across some cards that increasing the overclocks will not do much. So hopefully decreasing the memory will resolve the issue you have as well. Please like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video. Ciao for now.